folks, take a little break. I've got some canned coleslaw that I canned out of last year's garden. Yes, you can can coleslaw. In this, I have cabbage, carrot, onion, and green pepper. See that? And on the bottom, right there, that's an oak leaf. Okay, you don't need that crispy stuff. Crisp shore or whatever it is, you don't need that. Okay, just find yourself an oak tree and put an oak leaf on the bottom. And I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to take a bite. See that? Oak leaf on the bottom and an oak leaf on the top. That's a small one. Well, hello, Scotty. So, this is what it looks like. Because it's shaded in here, but... And I'm telling you, folks, that's my fancy spoon, right? And I'm going to eat it right out of this because I'm the only one that's going to be eating this. I'm going to take a small one, small spoonful. Crispy. It is so good, folks. I will, this is one of the things that I'm definitely going to show you folks how to make. I not only do canned coleslaw, I do carrot sticks. I'll put them in a pint jar, and I'll put that same brine in there, and I will seal it. And a couple weeks ago, I opened up a jar and ate them, just like you would a regular carrot stick. They're, excuse me, they're not crunchy like a raw carrot, but they're far from being a cooked carrot. Okay? It's about, you take a carrot that's like a quarter cooked, and that's the texture you're going to get. Very short processing time. Very easy recipe to follow. And these go real good with baked beans. But I'll just open them up and eat them just like that. And when I've had a few spoonfuls, I'll just put the cover back on. See that? So you don't have to, when you can carrots or anything like that, onions, and you do it for the full processing time, they get mushy, right? They get really soft. But if you put a brine in with them, and then you process them just a little bit, and then make sure they're sealed, put them up on your shelf, they'll stay crispy. The oak leaves, folk, if times get really hard and you can't find that crisp, shore crisp, or whatever it's called, oak leaf. One on the bottom, one on the top. Seal it. And it's just like eating coleslaw. It's really good. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to go back at it. And I'm in the middle of posting another video. So we'll maybe add this one to it. Morning, folks. Welcome back. It is a bright, sunny, 11-degree day. Depends on where you take measurements. We get anywhere from here in my yard. We get anywhere from 7 to 10 inches. So who knows what we got. But it's light, fluffy snow. So it's easy to move. Actually, it's easier to sweep than it is to shovel. So I got about 3/4 of my shoveling, sweeping done. And I'm just taking a break. But last night it got really cold. And I can tell, without even looking at the thermometer outside, I can tell it's at least 10 below because my deck will snap and pop. And So I get up. That woke me up several times in the night. So I get up and stoke my fire and put another log on the fire, as they say. So I was interrupted a few times last night. So, but we'll catch up. We'll catch up on sleep. Two questions that I'd like to answer. One, what is the length of the growing season here in Maine for me? Depends on the year. Last year we didn't have much snow, and we had a spring that was like a month ahead of time, so I was able to get up into my garden and start working my soil in mid-April, which has been a long time since I've been able to do that. This year, I believe the full moon is somewhere in mid-May. I don't know if it was the 14th or 16th, but mid-May. And depends on the snow melt, depends on the weather, depends on the rain. I might be able to get up there and start working the soil. And in order to warm it up, like my peppers, I'll have to start my pepper seeds here in another week or so. In order to warm that soil up where I put my peppers, what I do is take old windows, and just lean them up. And so the south sun can start warming that soil up, because pepper plants like 70-degree soil temp and above. So that's how I get a head start on warming my soil up. So if you go by the moon cycle, the last full moon is mid-May, and September 10th or something like that is where the full moon is, so we can get a frost. So May, June, July, August, September, you can plan on a 3-month growing season here in Maine. So a lot of us start a lot of our plants, longer plants that need more time to grow inside, and then transplant them out after all danger of frost in the spring, early summer. So we have a real short growing season here, folks. I hope that answers your question. Medical. If you have a heart condition or any kind of medical condition where you need your meds, or you need constant supervision from a physician, unless you get those life-saving meds ahead of time, or you know of alternative meds that you can get out in the wild that will help if you run out of those meds. So there's time to research right now. But if you're dependent on, let's say, dialysis, there's going to come a time where not everybody is going to live. You can do what you can, prepare now, but there's going to be some people that just aren't going to live without medical attention. So that's a sad part of it, and I could have a heart attack, I could have a stroke here right now, and I would be one of those statistics. I would be. So there is a video that someone has been wanting me to make, and honestly, when they said the term gray man, I had no idea what that meant. So I did a little research, and a lot of it is common sense, right? It's just common sense. So what I will do is not now. What I will do is I'll give my opinion on the gray man, and that's all it's going to be, folks. And it's just my rational approach to the whole thing, and it's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm not an expert, folks. I'm just a good old country girl that lives a simple life, and I don't even want to have to think of what may be coming down the road. That's not a pleasant thing for me to think about. It's not a pleasant thing for me to talk about. But I think we'd all be a little foolish if we didn't think about it and act on it. Now, when I get into the gray man, some of the people that think I am off my rocker and been in the woods too long and need to go back to work, they're going to think I have completely gone insane. That's all right. That's all right. But I'm going to give my opinion. It can't be now because I've got a lot to do. I got to finish my shoveling. I'm doing the cheater method right now. I've got buckets underneath the south side of the house, under the eaves, collecting water. And every little bit helps, right? Every little bit helps. And I want to remind you all that I'm very busy. Being a solo homesteader is a lot of work, okay? All in itself. And then if you live semi-primitively like I do, that's even more work. So I am busy, but I will stop when I take a break and chat in the woodshed. I would do it out in the elements, but I am finding that the bright snow behind me as a backdrop is not making for a very good quality. I'm kind of silhouetted. And not that you need to see me. I'm not saying that, but no one wants to watch a video where they're squinting because the snow is so bright, okay? So that's why I'm in the woodshed a lot. Now, there is a spot up in the garden that under a small pine tree that I could go and set my tripod at, but I'm not interested in trudging through a lot of snow, folks. But I will send you a picture of my garden right now, and you'll see I've got a long ways to go before I can even plant, folks. I'd have to have snowshoes to get up in my garden right now. So thank you. Look for the Gray Man video, and tell me I'm crazy. You can tell me I haven't thought about it enough. You can tell me anything you want. Just tell me nicely, folks. You know, the sarcasm, we don't need the sarcasm, folks. All right? Have a good day.